David, we're going to talk about Harry Kane. Reports suggesting that he's off to Manchester City for a deal worth £160 million. We've been talking about it loads on this programme. What do you think could have sparked the U-turn in Chairman Daniel Levy, if indeed he has made this U-turn?
Yeah, I've got full respect for others' reports, but that's not my information. And from speaking to people at both clubs, it's taken them a little bit by surprise. But if we focus on your question, because we know there's interest there from Manchester City, and we know that Harry Kane would like to leave Tottenham. We've reported that and talked about it on here in depth. So I don't think there is a U-turn in Daniel Levy's mind. If Manchester City get to the sort of level that he would expect, which we thought to be around £150 million, this report says 160, then there is potentially a conversation to be had. But I'm not sure Manchester City are prepared to go to that level. And so I can't really talk about a U-turn in the mind of Daniel Levy just yet. Clearly, Harry Kane may be pushing to leave, and there are surely a lot of conversations going on behind the scenes, but I don't think this one is going to get resolved quickly. If it does happen, I think it will be towards the very end of the transfer window.
Yeah, David, absolutely. And I think that's our information here on Sky Sports News as well. We were hearing last night, and our reporter Paul Gilmore was hearing similar to you, that maybe wasn't quite as close as those reports would suggest, with all due respect to them, as you said. But Keith, I mean, Harry Kane's performance in the Euros has only enhanced, I guess, his worldwide reputation, and probably has made Manchester City even more determined to sign him, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Harry Kane has anything to prove to anyone. Yes, he did well in the Euros, of course, but I think everyone knows what Harry Kane's all about. Everyone knows what he can do, not just on the pitch, but off of it as well. He's been a terrific ambassador for Spurs for a number of years now. And you have to say he deserves his opportunity to go and win some silverware. And if that is a move that he wants to make, then you would like to think all parties would come together to come to some kind of agreement. As I say, he's been a great ambassador for the club. He's scored all those goals and obviously been oh so close in a number of trophies over the years. So I think he does deserve that opportunity. It's a deal that you can see happening. Obviously, David there said 150, 160 million pounds. It's a lot of money in this current predicament that football clubs are in. But there's no doubt Manchester City need a number 9. They got through the whole of last season without one. And whether it is Haaland that they go after or it's Kane that they go after, they're going to have to probably dig deep to find their man. Spurs, of course, would then have the problem of trying to fill Harry Kane's very big boots. But yeah, I mean, he did well at the Euros, but I think even if Harry Kane hadn't done so well at the Euros, I think he still is the sellable asset that we all believe he is, and I think he is probably worth that amount of money that David says.
And Keith, you've already touched on it there in terms of who Tottenham potentially need to look to replace him. David, of course, we heard Nuno talking last week saying that Kane was part of his plans. Where does this leave him? And particularly if it doesn't happen, like you say, till the end of the window, how does Nuno act?
Yeah, it's a very difficult situation because Harry Kane is irreplaceable in Tottenham's mind. So you could bring in a huge amount of money for him and you could upgrade the team in certain positions, but you're not going to upgrade the centre-forward role unless you bought in potentially like an Erling Haaland, which is not going to happen at Tottenham. So, they've been linked with the likes of Danny Ings, they've been linked with wingers and the like, but I think it would be a very difficult situation, especially if they were to lose him so late in the window without having the chance to prepare for his departure. And that will become more and more against Daniel Levy's wishes, because he and his priority is Tottenham Hotspur. It's not Harry Kane. And he knows that if he keeps Harry Kane, he's under contract until 2024, he'll continue to play well and continue to score goals. So I would say it's actually more likely that Daniel Levy resists all of Manchester City's overtures and holds on to Harry Kane. But if the money gets outrageously high, potentially there's a deal to be done. And it would come down to Tottenham's chief in the transfer market, Fabio Paratici, and Steve Hitchen, who works alongside him, to try and find a solution.